DMS.
What's up? What's up? Welcome to another episode of Still Nothing But a G Thing. We got your girl,
Andrea,
and Tanisha, and we are your favorite aunties and girlfriends here, talking about all things G, from everything from grief to generational wealth to game to dropping gems. We are talking about all of the things that you want to talk about. So today's episode, we are talking about no new friends. No new friends. And I don't know, like, are we in a space where we just don't want no new friends?
Yeah, but before we get into it, we need to share our growth moment.
Yes.
This is always a time in the episodes where we share our growth moments. Growth moments include lessons learned, anything that happened to you that made you grow. Okay, and we also want to hear from you all and share your growth moments in our DMs. Leave comments, however you reach us. Share your growth moments; they're important.
Absolutely. So, growth moment for me. I mean, so this is like real simple, like growth moment. But like the other day, I was talking about, and I had on a sweatsuit, and I realized my sweatsuit didn't have pockets. And I know listen. That's what I'm saying. Like, so, like, whoever decided to make sweatsuits something so comfortable as sweatsuits with no pockets, I mean, that's just cruel punishment right there. So, like, I'm just like, for one, I'm not gonna buy any more sweatsuits that don't have pockets. Like, no more sweatsuits that don't have pockets. But I think ultimately it just made me realize, like, listen, I am all about comfort these days, and whatever I got to do to make my life comfortable, like, that's what I'm going to do. And I think that sometimes we talk ourselves out of things, because it's just like, oh, that's small, or whatever. But it's like, no, I want pockets on my sweatsuits.
Yeah, I don't know the last time I wore heels.
And it's like, it's right. It's like getting rid of those ideas of like, hey, I am okay with the things that I want in life, like, or don't want in life, or don't want to do. Like, I'm okay with that. And I've gotten to a space where I don't feel the need to, justify that to anybody or explain that to anybody. And I'm just good.
And comfortable.
And comfortable. Exactly.
That's where we at.
So, like, that's where I'm at.
All right, so my growth moment. One of the sessions I recently had in therapy, we talked about responding versus reacting. And for me, like, I kind of get reactionary, and might argue or say the wrong things, or, go off, and that might even be my feelings of how I feel right now. And so what I've learned is that I need to take a pause or process, or work on responding versus reacting, and saying what I really want to say, and then just not talking from my feelings. Like I do at work all the time. That's something that we keep saying. We do things at work that we don't practice at home.
Right.
We practice them in our relationships with our homegirls.
Right. Yeah, very true.
We're very respectful in our conversations. We know how to talk without it turning into an argument. Like, we do that. But at home, forgetting all the rules. Just be out of pocket. What is wrong with you? Work on responding without reacting. Okay?
That is.
I'm getting better every day. I ain't perfect.
Right. One of the things my therapist told me some years ago, which really stuck to me, and is exactly the same thing, is your emotions and feelings are like a chariot, like of horses, and you're the driver. And it's like when we respond and we react and we let our emotions control us, it's like allowing the horse just to take us wherever they want us to go, versus being the driver and navigating and telling them where we want the horses to go. So it's the idea of um allowing yourself to feel your emotions, but just not letting your emotions control you and your actions.
Oh, that's very good.
So it's like right there with the react, or the respond versus react.
That was a perfect analogy. That girl good. She good.
That girl good.
All right. Well, let's get into our conversation of no new friends. So we want to get into discussing friendships versus acquaintances, and like really, what is the difference?
For me, I think it's going to determine how far I let you in. For me, I am and have always been a very private person when it comes to like how I deal with people. And no one friend knows everything, because I've been a very private person all of my life. But and I'm working on that. I'm working on that.
Do you really gotta share everything with everyone?
You don't. But I was doing it because it was a defense mechanism. And I recognize that. So I am getting better about that. But with acquaintances, you're gonna get very surface level shit from me. Like, it's like we can talk, and I'm not saying that like if you're going through something, because I think my superpower is like making people that aren't my friends feel like we're friends.
What do you mean?
But it's not on purpose. It's just like, I'm a listening ear. Like, if people are going through things, I'm gonna listen. And so it's not saying like if you're going through something, if you come to me like as an acquaintance or a coworker, whoever, and ask me my thoughts or want to share something that you're going through, it's not like I'm gonna be like, oh well, or not share my personal experience if it can relate. But you're not going to see and know like the deepest parts of me. Only people that I call friends. And even that, it takes a long time for me to get there with people.
So I think we can say that a little different. We think your superpower is making people feel comfortable.
There we go. I received that. Yeah. I received that. Fair enough. And that's absolutely not what I meant. And so thank you. No, absolutely. I only said that is because like when I was at a funeral recently, people were getting up and telling the stories and their experience with this individual. And it's like everybody's story is like so similar in the sense that of how this person made them feel. And I listened to that and it made me think of my grandmother. Like my grandmother, when she passed last year, like you heard all these stories and people were just like this and she was this. And it's like everybody felt like they were her favorite, or she was their favorite, or hold on. They were her favorite. Yeah. Everyone felt like that. And so we would be making jokes going back and forth with me and my cousins like, nah, I was her favorite, but it's like, that was just the way she made people feel. And so it's like, that was kind of like the thought that came to my mind. But I like that what you said, like making people feel comfortable in expressing and talking to me. So
yeah, I would agree that.
What do you feel? Like, do you feel there's a difference, or what do you feel the difference is?
I kind of feel like it's a process. I feel like you kind of start off as acquaintances and it could evolve into a friendship, or can't, or may not. You know what I mean? I think it's like a gradual thing. Like you got to start. So, do you think you have a lot of friends?
That's a good question. I think that I think I do. I think, but there's, as the saying goes, like there's levels to this shit, right? There's like, even though I have like some friends, they're all not on the same level of, what I would share or things that I would do. I mean, I don't feel like it's
Okay, would you, if you were getting married and you were having your reception, would there be 250 guests or 50 guests?
Right. At this point in my life, it would be 50. Yeah. At this point in my life, it would be 50. I recently had a birthday event at the house, and the old me would have filled this joint up. But I'm definitely in a space where I'm a little more selective about the people that I share space with, and that I want, especially in my home. Yeah. So yeah, it's I think I ended up inviting, like, I kept it under 40.
Is that hard? Did you eliminate some people? So you're on the fence about something? How did you get it down to 40?
It was one of those things, like, because I think you get in the mode of, like, because you're so used to having certain people in your life, and then you realize, like,
damn, I forgot something.
Like, damn it.
I was invited so and so. Last month, that was my homegirl.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Like that, and also, like, it's like, like, we used to be cool, and I used to invite them to everything, but then it's like, but do I really want that person there?
And it's not that they're not your people, but it's kind of a season, and they're just not quite in this season, right?
And that is very real. Very real. So I was very intentional about who I invited, because I wanted it to be, because it wasn't just a celebration of me, it was a celebration of, other people who had birthdays around the same time that I loved and stuff like that. But I was very intentional because I wanted the energy just to be good all around. Like, I wanted people who I knew were going to, like, be and bring, like, good energy and good vibes, and like, I'm not gonna have any issues. And even with some of the people that I know and that I would have considered inviting before, it's one of those things where it's like, if I got a question like, okay, how's this gonna go, at this point, it's like, right. And that's unfortunate, but at the same time, it's reality. I'm, like I said, too old to be dealing with BS. Yeah. And my tolerance level is just not there.
Yeah, you're not about to ruin my party.
Facts on fact. Because what will happen is you will get thrown out. Yeah. You will be asked to leave. Like, and I have no qualms about that at all. Like, none at this point in time. So, yeah. Do you feel like you have a lot of friends? Or did you consider?
I do.
Yeah.
I have a lot of friends and good girlfriends. I think, though, our relationships kind of go through seasons, but I also have, like, different groups of friends.
Yes.
I have girlfriends that I've known since, I think we all went to middle school together, and we're still, like, good. Our kids know each other. And then I have my good girlfriends that we went to college together. We ran track together, and, like, we're still kicking it. And then, like, I have my sorority sisters, and then I have, like, my good girlfriends, that I met through somebody, and now we're all, kicking it, and we're good. And then, like, like, I have my coworkers who I call them coworkers and not friends because we only really kick it at work. I really wouldn't mind being their friend. They're good people. Like, we talk about everything. Like, and it's like no judgment, because literally I don't know anybody but you. So who am I gonna tell? Right? So I just feel like I am really blessed. Like, I really have a lot of friends, like good friends. And sometimes I'm kind of selfish, though, because I don't mix the circles.
Okay.
And it's not that I don't think that the circles could mix. It's just that sometimes it's just too many people.
Yes.
Or, you know, I have to pick and choose. Like, I can't just bring 100 people everywhere I go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, but I think all of our groups know that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, I honor you for this space you're in my life. And I was even talking to somebody the other day about, like, we have level 1, level 2. And some of us is like, we're like the first person you invite. And then if we have extra room, then we invite the next group.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like that. It's no shade or nothing like that, but it's just our space.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, like, to your point where you're talking about, like, overlapping of groups, right? Like, I've definitely done that in the past. And it makes it difficult when you get to a point where you're, like, trying to limit stuff. And you're like, well, shit, if I invite such and such over here, now I got to invite this one over here because they're going to be like, well, I got to, you know, and it's just, sometimes it can be too much.
Then making sure they
right.
And so it becomes like, all about that. And it's not like I'm working. Like, why am I working at my event? Like, I hired staff for that. Like, well, now I got to juggle between here. No, go talk to this person, go do this. And
I have a good, have a good time. Yeah. She's like,
scat. Have fun. Like, I'm gonna dance with you, and I'm gonna dance with you.
Oh, but yeah.
I don't want y'all to be like sitting over here and sitting over here because you don't know nobody else. Like, I like putting people together that I know they're gonna blend, they're gonna mix,
and make it easier to have a good time.
And they get that.
Yeah, absolutely. So
I just try to play it like that, and I think we all know that about each other. Like, I posted something on social media the other day about recognizing as adults that just because I don't talk to you every day or I don't see you and it's been a while or you don't check in on me doesn't mean that you don't care about me. It just means that you got your own shit going.
Right. And I feel like we are at a point, especially at this grown ass age, if I gotta tell you that, like, I don't want to say like we don't need to be friends. It's kind of like we don't need to be friends because like everybody got so much going on every day, and if you feel like because I don't call you all the time, you know, that it makes me like care about you any less or whatever the case may be. Like, that's one thing I just don't need in my life.
Like, if it's a situation like that, then just call me and say I miss you.
And here's the thing. That's the thing. So you get so caught up in like talking about the fact that I ain't call you. But you ain't call me. So that's what I'm saying. Phone calls, text work both ways, my friend. Like, pick up the phone, be like, yo, I haven't heard from you in a minute. Like, I miss you.
Just say what it is that you really did.
Yes, and that's what it
like,
is.
You did this and you did that. Yeah.
It's like now I know. It's like, okay, that makes me be a little bit better about how I'm going to move and respond and be like, okay, I got to make sure, you know, I check in or whatever. Because, you know, sometimes life is busy, man.
Yeah.
And we all going through our own.
I had this great moment and I want to invite you. Like, it's really important to me. And then we can prioritize.
Right.
You know, okay, well, I can definitely make that a priority because you really wanted me to be there or, you know, whatever. And last minute shit just don't always work. Because the calendar, sometimes multiple shit in one day. Like,
listen, between sharing calendars with us, Cliff is like, it's something every day on that calendar. Like, but that's what it is. That's like truly what life looks like, you know. And I mean, I get it, but like, yo, shoot me a text, shoot me a voice message, like, be like, I miss you. And honestly, it is so much easier if you shoot a voice message. Like, I can respond fairly quickly, but I can't be typing these long stories. Like,
I be using my talk and text. So
that's what I'm saying. Like,
that's probably why.
I'm the days of typing books on text messages.
And driving in the car, I'm not about to text and drive. So I'm really talking.
Shoot me this voice.
Siri sending you that message. That was not me. So if she jotted it up.
It's like, you know what I meant.
Right.
You know what I meant.
Okay, so what about wanting or needing new friends? Do you have a desire for that at this time?
I do. Well, okay, I take that back. I don't feel like I have a need for new friends. But I do recognize that the way I want to move with certain things, it might require new friends. So I'm more open to new friends. I think I got to a point in my life where I was like, I don't need any more friends.
Because you were trying to please all of them and you was overwhelmed. I mean, probably. I don't know.
Touche, my friend. Touche. She's like, I don't know. I'm just saying. No, that's facts. That is definitely true story. But now I'm to the point where I am good with the friends that I have. I'm great with the friends that I have in my support system. Mm-hmm. But like I said, I do understand that because of the things that I want to do in the future, that, you know, I might end up meeting new people, and we might, just depending on how long our, you know, interaction is, that might transfer or transpire into a new friendship. But am I actively looking for new friends? No.
Right.
No.
Yeah, I think I'm open to the possibility of having new friends because, you know, commonalities, experiences, you know, as we move into new circles, you know, I just believe it's going to happen. Like, I think I'm a good friend. So I think I should attract other good friends, you know?
Right.
And that's just kind of how it works. So.
You know, you make a good point, though. I think one of those things was when I was in the space of no new friends, I think it was because, like you said, I was stretching myself thin, but I think it was also because of all of the people I was friends with at that time, the different types of people I was friends with at that time. And a lot of it wasn't reciprocated. You know, the pouring into and stuff wasn't reciprocated. And I think that because I'm in a better space with the people I have in my life now, that allows me to be more open to having and bringing in new people that fit the criteria.
Okay, criteria.
That fit the criteria.
I mean, have you noticed any changes in the type of relationships or the type of friendship that you have now? Like your old friends, how you met them, or what that relationship is like versus your new friends or your recently acquired friends?
Absolutely. Some of my old friends are still like, we still kicking it like day one. You know, but then there are other people that I grew relationships with over time, and those relationships definitely transitioned. And it has a lot to do, like you said, seasons. You know, not saying it'll come back around, because I think that we are just in different spaces, like different, like. I can be friends with people who we're in the same book, but not on the same page or in the same chapter. It's very difficult to be friends with people who are not even in the same book, right? And I'm not saying that to speak bad on anybody's situation or anything like that, but it is like, if I'm putting work in, growing, healing, doing all of these things to make myself a better person, and you're just okay being stagnant in the space you're in.
Those are usually the people that kind of fall off.
Right. And that's what it is. It's like you just kind of fall off. And it's like, it's no ill feelings. It's no, like, anything is always love. If I see you, it's like you get the warm embrace and all of that good things. And I wish nothing but the best for you. But it's just, I mean, and it goes to energy and frequency and all those other things. It's like, you know, you get to a certain point after you've done a certain level of healing and all these other things. It's just like, you just don't vibrate on a certain frequency anymore. And so the people that you do vibrate with are ones that are like in similar, you know, on the similar frequency, on the similar plane. And so it's like, I can't be up here and go back down.
Yeah, like those people that like to go out at 11 o'clock at night and be more of a day party type person. Like, I can't. I just can't.
Just can't. Listen, girl, look, the reunion I went to, the first event on Saturday night was 10 o'clock. I was like,
show up because this has to be around the same age group.
We are in the same age group, and some people did show up. I didn't go. I mean, I had other things going on, but even if I didn't, it would be questionable. Like, even if I went at that time, it's like, yo, I you know what? I got to make sure I'm already out, and then I'm gonna swing by there for like an hour, and then I'm gonna take my black ass home.
But usually, I'm in the bed rubbing my toes together by 10 o'clock.
Listen,
because I done went out like 12 or 1 o'clock, and I done got it in for like 8 hours. I got it in for 8 hours. I'm in recovery mode at this point, like because the next day requires me to get up and go to church.
Exactly.
Make somebody breakfast, go to work.
To do them adult things. And you can't adult when you're going out at 11 o'clock at night.
And like, tell you, in the middle of the day, I'm already in recovery mode. I've already taken my BC. I started having water in between the drink. Like, I'm already trying to do all the things I know. I've eaten a burger.
It's like we staying hydrated. We creating a base. We're doing all of the things because at 40 plus it's different. It's very different.
Really different.
Yeah, it's very different.
So I think we're both on the same page with quality versus quantity. Like, I think we can both agree that we'd rather have quality friendships rather than a lot of friendships.
Absolutely. But I sometimes I do question, or I look at it now, like before it was always quality over quantity. And now I look at it as like, okay, can you have both? Right? Like, can you have a lot of friends, like people that you truly call friends, and it be a lot of, like, you know, quantity wise. I wouldn't mind that, but at the same time, I do recognize the other space that I'm in when it comes to like energy and stuff like that. Like, boy, I'd be like, listen, I done talked to like 10 people today. I'm good for like 2 weeks. I'm good for 2 weeks. Like, I don't need to talk to nobody else.
Right. Text them more than 2 times. I need you to call me. Because I don't be doing all that. I feel like, okay, this is going on too long. We need to have a conversation.
Right. So it's one of those, like, I don't think I'm ready for significant quantity. I'm just gonna stick with quality at this point. You know, I might need to add a friend or two, just depending on situations. Like I said, I ain't looking.
And also, I've realized that, like, I have friends that are like good friends, good people to me, but then I have my sisters. You know, my sister circle, like, that is a whole level.
You know what? It's like the ring. It's like you have a ring of like a circle of like 4 different rings or something, and it's like on the inner circle. What was that? Meet the Fox. Where he's like you're not on the inner circle. Like my sisters are the inner circle.
Yeah.
You know, everybody else, you know, is like layered throughout, but like the inner circle. And I think that is a huge difference. Like, I am open to friends, and I'm not saying I'm not open to sisters, but I'm definitely not.
Yeah, that's a whole
looking like level. That's a whole nother level that I'm just like, I'm truly good on that. Truly good. Like, friends I can add more if I need to, but sisters, I'm so good.
What about, have you ever lost or broken up with one of your sister friends?
I mean, it hasn't been permanent, and it wasn't permanent. And I don't even know if I consider it a breakup per se, versus like taking a break. Okay. We were taking a break for a little bit of time. But even as we're starting to come back, it's just different. You know, it's like you recognize, because I think we hold on to a lot of, especially depending on when you met that person, how long you've known that person, and stuff like that. Like, you hold on to a lot of old things.
Yeah. Do you think it'd ever get back to where it was, or you think it's going to be different?
No, it's going to be different. And I would want it to be different. I don't want to go back. Like, if I, like, this particular person I met, I've known for 20 years, you know? I don't want it to go back to, 20 years ago or 10 years ago. Because that's what kind of got us in, not got us in, but we got in a space where we weren't like clicking and we were button heads and all these other things. So it's like, I want to, if we're going to continue, it's like recognizing where we are and who we are in this space, and then moving forward from there. And the idea would be that it would be different because it would be better, So yeah, I mean, it's a very difficult thing to do. Like, you recognize, like, man, I miss that person, and like, this sucks.
Yeah, I feel like it's a whole grieving process. Like, that thing hurt me worse than any boyfriend I ever lost. Like, and she done me. Like, it wasn't like I didn't want to do her. Like, she literally was like, I don't fuck with you no more. Like, literally was like wrote me a whole letter, a breakup letter, like all of that. And I just couldn't understand. Like, to this day, I really don't understand what I did.
And I was just about to say, like, now looking back, do you understand? Like, do you see it? But now you're still like, nope.
Yeah, and I don't think it is like, oh, I'm being like, oh, I could never do nothing wrong or anything like that. Because if I did something wrong, I want to be able to apologize. I want us to move forward. Like, I love her. And the fact that it just seems like we just can't get there. And like, we've tried to hang out and we've tried to, like, see each other, go to each other's events or whatever, but it's just not the same. It's more surface level. Hi, how you doing? Hope everything is well. We comment on each other's social media, but it's nothing like how it was.
Now, with that, like, the times that you guys have seen each other and gone to like events and stuff like that, like, have y'all had, outside of the letter, have you had like a sit down conversation about like what actually happened?
No.
Because I think that was one of the things that I recognized with my friendship was that we both had our own shit going on, and then we kind of like separated, and then things happened, and then we kind of had our own perceptions of what happened.
Yeah.
Until we actually sat down and had a conversation about it, and it was like, oh, well, I thought this, and it was like, oh, no, like, that's not what I had, or that's not what I said, and this is not what I. And so it gives so much clarity. Like, it gave, in those moments, it gave so much clarity that it was like, dang, like, if only this had happened like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And
it's crazy because, like, I would think that we would be able to have a conversation, but I don't know why we haven't.
Because you know what it is? It's not the easiest conversation to have, but it's also like how do you even bring that up, right? But I think it just starts with like, things have been quite different between us, like, for a long time, and it's like,
I think it's been like 10 years, really, since that happened.
Yeah, I mean, I think it might be. I mean, I think if it's, and that's the other thing is, like, you have to decide if, for you, like, in the general you, like, if it's something that you want, right? If it's like, yo, I love this person enough to be like, I want to figure out what happened, like, really happened, and sit down and have a conversation about it so we can figure it out. And even just if the only thing you walk away with is clarity.
Yeah, and I think that we probably should have that conversation. But if I could be honest, like, I was just really hurt by this thing. Like, I still feel like, like, literally a grieving. Like, I can't believe this. Like, I think she's dope. I mean, I think she's a great person, and I think she was going through something. And then I kind of was a casualty of it. I don't really know, and I really don't understand. But hey, I mean, in talking about it now, I really feel like it's so stupid that we haven't had a conversation. So
it seems
that's
so
a
simple,
growth
though.
moment for me to call and have a conversation. I'll let y'all know how that goes.
No, please do. Like, because honestly, it seems so simple, but it's like in your head, it's like, oh, we should talk about it. But it's like, but how
Yeah, I just have so many thoughts.
Yeah.
But again, I'm internalizing and what this could be and should this be and having a whole conversation with myself instead of with her.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, if you guys have that conversation, I really hope that it like you walk away with a better understanding, and just make sure you let her know like how you felt about it.
Yeah.
Like, cause she may not even know like how bad it really hurt you. She because of whatever she was going through. You never know what her perception of the situation was, and you just be like, okay, well, or I'm sorry, like for the bottom of my heart, I'm sorry, but I really just don't know if our friendship will ever be the same. But hopefully, you guys
at least we'll have closure.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's the ultimate. It's the ultimate. Okay.
I think we're doing a really good job of going into all the questions and topics that we had to answer. So I guess we can close out by just saying, like, what kind of friend are you? Like, do you attract the people, like, the right people because of the kind of friend you are? Or what do you see about yourself?
I mean, not to toot my own horn. Toot. But no, I think I'm a great friend because I love so hard. Like when I let people in my life, I love so hard, and my ultimate want and desire for the people I love is to be happy, right? So I think that I'm going to do whatever that takes to make that person happy. Or make sure that person is happy. Now, I have gotten to a point where it's like, I would try to be like, because I was a control freak at one point in my life, in a past life. I'm still working. Still working on it. But yeah, like I would want them to, like when they're doing things that I feel like, aren't in the best of them, it's like I want to be like, oh, don't do that, but it's like all I can do is be there to support and help them through it, so I do think that at this point in my life though that I truly am and have been attracting the people that align with who I am, and I think there's a lot of people who, like yourself and a couple other people who've been in my life for a minute who, when y'all came along, I was just like, see, this is what I was talking about right here. Like, oh, this is what I've been needing all my life, But so, yeah, so there are like friends like you and a couple other my people, some who've been around for a long time, some who are newer, that definitely are in line with who I am. And those are the people that I consider like my sisters and who I turn to, and without a doubt, like without hesitation, know that no matter what, like they're there, So I think that because of who I am, I'm continuing to attract people like me and keeping those in my life that are in line with who I am. Yeah. What about you?
I mean, how I knew that me and you were sisters, like we were on a whole nother levels when I really cared about how, like I wanted to protect you, because you do so much for people, you help a lot, and you'll stretch yourself way thin when I'll be like, sit down. Let me help you. What do you need? And like, is it really that important to go to that dinner? Do you really need to see that friend today? Like, like I see your calendar and I'm like, sis, it's okay to say no. Yeah. But I think I am a really good friend. And I think I learned how to be a great friend by being the oldest sister.
Mm.
You know, and I've been very fortunate to be friends with great friends.
Right.
So I can learn how to be better, you know. And I also have like friends that are older than me that can really pour into me or show me or teach me things that I didn't know. And then I have friends that's younger than me that I can really pull up. And I think there has to be a balance in the type of friends we have and the type of friend that you are, because you can't be everything to all people. And you know, you just can't continuously pull people up like and pour into them without them pouring into you. So, I mean, I try to, you know, give, but I also let you know what I need.
Right.
You know, how I need you. Like, I can't just be the giver. You know, and I really know that I have some friends that are better friends than I am. And I will say to them, like, you are being a better friend right now. Like, they're like, you know, their gift game or they're just showing up or popping up or checking on me. Like, dang. And so then by them being so good to me is where I'm like, oh, let me reciprocate.
Right.
Let me make sure I do that for another person, you know, and it kind of goes in full circle. And I think, honestly, that's how you really like attract or become. And I think I'm a really good friend who has evolved and who gets better all the time.
I would have to agree. You're pretty amazing.
Yeah, you are too. I love you a lot.
Indeed. I love you a lot.
So. Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap this episode up. Leave the people with anything?
Biggest takeaway is being open to people who, you know, want to pour into you as much as you're willing to pour into them. Just making sure that any new people that come into your life, that they're aligned with who you are currently and or who you want to be, and that they want to see the best version of you.
Yeah.
And vice versa, right? Like, that's if we're not building and pouring into each other, then like, what are we doing? You know, like that's not friendship, that's something else. So but also like loving on and being appreciative of those people who are in your life that you love and that you call friends, and making sure they know it.
Yeah. And make sure that you are a good friend. You know, you be a good friend, and prayerfully the people that are in your life will reciprocate that. Make sure you're doing your part. And trust yourself, because some people are crazy out here. And discernment is real. When it don't feel right, the heart don't feel right, the stomach don't feel right, it's probably not. And if she did it once, then she probably do it again. You know, people will show you who they really are. Believe that shit.
Yes.
Believe it.
Discernment. The key, the word of the day. Discernment. Because it's real. It's very real. So.
All right. Thanks for being here tonight. We really appreciate you. Make sure that you like, subscribe, repost, send your comments, send your feedback for all of the things, good or bad, that you heard here today. We love you.
Love you guys. Peace. Till next time.